Hey guys, I'm at Berg Park in Farmington, New Mexico, and me and Daddy Gio are going for a walk. And we are matching. And Baby Gio's matching too. So this is Berg Park that we're walking in. This is the river bend. And this is this the only river in Farmington?
No.
There's another one? Okay.
It's the Animas River.
There's the Animas River? Okay,
and
so
this San Juan River too.
So in the summertime, there's a river run. There's music, there's food, there's water activities. We did water rafting last year. So today, we are going to talk about our education. I know he's from the top 10 medical school.
We can, and I'm happy to.
Did you go to the top 10 kindergarten?
No, I did not.
Preschool?
I went to a good...
Middle school?
No, I went to a good, average high school.
Yeah. I went to an excellent high school, top 10 in the state.
Oh, good, good. Tell me your experience with the top school.
The one thing I wish I would be a little bit different when I went there was that I was like a little bit more, my parents were a little bit more well off.
I see.
And the reason is because I felt like I never fit in.
Would you prefer to go to the same school in the same scenario, your financial situation, or would you rather go to a slightly lower tier school in which people match and people are almost as well off as you and your parents were?
So prior to going to that school, I was actually in a very bottom tier. It was almost a dangerous school.
In Denver? Was it
in Denver, yes.
Okay.
And it was a 2 out of 10 school.
Okay.
And in fact, I think I was like well off over there.
Did you ever feel deprived in the Denver school?
No, I never felt deprived in Denver school. In fact, in Denver school, I didn't even know that there was such richness actually. What kind of classes did you take?
I took physics, chemistry, biology. I took English and maths. And I think chemistry used to be my favorite subject at one point.
So my favorite subject in school was actually statistics. I don't know why, but it was actually a computer class. It wasn't even an in-person class.
So statistics is like a part of mathematics, right?
Yes.
Why was it not an in-person class? Is it not like a required class for you?
It's not a required class, but basically that class was a good class for like if you're doing research and stuff. Oh, whoa.
They got scared.
By what?
They got scared, right?
Well, these people can't fly. They can only swim, so.
These can fly too.
They can, oh yeah, they're right. You're right.
They can fly.
The smartest man right here. What? From the top 10.
Medical schools in the country.
I may be in the reverse than in the country.
We ended up at the same place at the same time.
Oh, he got lucky.
Because I have the luckiest of all the women in the world, because she has me.
Would we be in the same friendship group?
We probably could be, because our backgrounds are actually very similar for that matter.
Well, no, my grandfather was a medic in the Korean War.
Oh, my grandfather was a doctor, like a real doctor. Okay.
Well, my father has a PhD and an MD.
Where does your father live? Can you give us the address, please?
Trained at the Cleveland, not subsidiary Cleveland Clinic, the main Cleveland Clinic, the mothership. What about your dad?
He's working at the top hospital in India, in Delhi right now.
My father was also from the top 3 medical schools in China.
The one who lives in 300 Lakewood Drive, or is there a different father we are talking about?
It's not about the city. Where are you living right now?
Farmington, New Mexico. It's a beautiful city.
So are you saying good products and of going to these small cities?
No, I am not saying that.
That's
let's take it right now. Dads to dads.
My dad has a PhD. What does your dad have?
When was the last time he used PhD? When was the last time he used PhD? He's never used PhD. This is a fake PhD for that matter.
It's a real PhD. He did 5 years for this PhD.
He wasted 5 years of his life.
There are journals with his name on it.
He could have worked. He could have like made you by Gap. But he was doing his PhD at that point.
He used his PhD for 2 years. I don't need to be competitive because my father, he intubates morbidly obese patients in America, which is no comparison for India.
My father does subclavian central lines. He has like thousands under his belt.
My dad does nerve blocks.
At home, what's his job at home?
So my father at home, he
does dishes, right?
He doesn't do the dishes often, but if my mother cooks, he does do the dishes.
No, please give us the
specifics. And he hand washes clothes.
Why does he hand wash his clothes?
So we live in an apartment. You are
What?
so...
You live in an apartment? Still? Like 30 years of practice and still?
Almost close to retirement, but still in an apartment.
Wow. Impressive.
You are so offensive. No, he lives in an apartment because he chooses to.
That is very
So
true.
in that sense, yes, your dad has 1 point above my dad.
No, multiple
And where
points.
he lives, yes.
We are
but
not- we are not-
clinically, my dad is superior.
Oh, there's absolutely no comparison. You know.
Wiki. Let us smile.
Hi, Smiley. Look at the
The
smiler.
smiler. Oh, playing hide and seek. So, when you started applying for college, is it college in India or is it something else?
It's college or
Okay.
medical school, same thing.
Oh, so in America, there's two separate things.
Right.
But so did you know you wanted to be a doctor?
I knew I wanted to be a doctor when I was in primary care. Oh, in primary school for that matter.
Primary care. Oh, in India, do they have proms and school dances?
They don't. I mean,
Oh,
they don't
really?
have school dances either. We have like cultural performances where you can dress up as a whole group, but we don't have like proms as best as I know.
Oh wow, that is interesting.
Yep.
I never went to a single one.
Why could you not go?
I was not cool. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I went with my girlfriends to some because the problem is you had to have a boy invite you to make it a true official thing,
I see.
and no boy ever invited me.
Could you have asked a boy though or no? Or it's too shameful?
I think it's too shameful. But I
There would be some boys who would not make it, and they would
you
just
think
be
they were shy too?
Yeah, I'm
Would
sure.
you be one of those boys?
Oh, absolutely yes.
You would never ask me?
I mean, I would be shy. Like, what is she gonna say?
How did you end up asking me?
You proposed me.
I did not propose. He proposed to me in Molas Point. How did you decide which medical school you wanted to go to? Why not Ames?
Oh, I did not qualify for that.
Oh, what do you have to do to qualify?
The medical test.
Oh, how high do you need to get?
They have their own separate test, which thousands of people take,
Uh-huh.
and only at that point it was only 34 students across the country who will get accepted
Only 34.
across the country from general category, and then there were like some reserve categories which had like I think 16 seats at that point.
Wait, so the whole medical school only had
50.
50?
Yeah, per year.
How did you decide on going to the second best medical school?
It's not second best. It's like
Third best, fine.
well, it's in top 10. Okay. No, the
look at how he smiled when he answered that question.
No, so I took the DPMT, which used to be Delhi pre-medical test, and on that again 40 to 50,000 people apply for that, and I think I scored a rank of 186, and it was one of the happiest moments at the day when I got 186.
Is it 200?
Oh no, they had I think 220 seats at that point for general category
What? No, you said 186 as if
The
it's
rank.
very good. Oh, 186.
in Delhi, and in the whole exam I was a 186th ranker.
So for mine, actually, the interesting part is my dad actually got his PhD from this place. And so I had known about my medical school through him, and it was a combined 2 plus 4. If I could get into Harvard, obviously I would have gone to Harvard.
Looking back at the medical school standpoint, I would not change a single thing. Now the thing I probably might change is when I came for residency, I went for a pre-match, which was a safer way out, and
So in
that's-
some ways you would have done the combined program too, I think.
I would not.
How was your friend circle?
So I would say I had a good social circle at the school, to the point I'm still in touch with some of my school friends.
Is it Rindam still?
Arindam is a medical school friend. So
Oh, okay.
Arindam and Gaurav are medical school friends. From my high school, I had Chiranjeev, one of my very close friends.
You said you had a booming social life. Did you go to parties? Did you dance with the women?
Oh no, I had a booming social life in terms of sports, in terms of friends who were boys, not a single girl.
Did you want to be girlfriends?
Of course. But I had none. For some reason.
Not because of choice,
True.
but because of destiny.
I know.
So this looks like a canal of sorts.
It is a canal, yeah.
Is it a canal? What's it called?
Animas Canal.
Since he won't ask me about my school, I will tell him about my social life. I had to be a nerd. I wasn't cool.
Smiley, smiley. It's a tree. Wow, it's a beautiful tree. Itna sundar ped hai. Wow, my goodness. Wow, what is this? It's a park. Yes. It's a brown park.
Let's get going. We talked about social life. We talked about academic.
What
What's
is
next? Let's talk about crushes. Tell me about your crush.
was a really pretty girl in the high school. I think a lot of kids had a crush on her, but nobody got her, I believe.
Okay, so did you tell her that you had a crush on her?
Never.
Did you touch her hand? Did you do anything? What did you do for her to indicate that you were obsessed with her?
Nothing. I was so shy.
He was not shy at all.
I was very shy.
When he first met me, he invited me to watch a movie. I was like, who are you?
In a movie theater, what's wrong with that?
And he was so not shy, he didn't even pay for my meal. Yeah, shy at all.
But
would you have,
then,
would you have paid for her meal?
I had no money at that point.
But would you have paid for her meal?
Well, that's a emotional question. And I know the right answer to say here is no.
But tell me the correct answer.
That is the correct answer.
So you would have paid for her, but not
No,
me?
I would not. Because I had no money.
So you would have found a way to pay for her. In fact, he would not eat to pay for her. Is that what I'm hearing?
Maybe.
All right. So I also had a crush. And in my high school, if a boy liked you, he would hold your books. And I'm telling you, I had a lot of books.
Hold your books or the book bag?
The books. You would carry your own book bag, but your book bag would be much lighter. My book bag was like rocks. Would you have held my book bag to indicate to me non-verbally that you liked me?
Could be, yes. Yes. I think that's a good idea. Now if I go back to high school, I'll probably tell that girl, hey, you are the one. We are going to take Bebuji to the river right now and have our feet dipped in the river.
Again?
I'm very excited.
Okay, let's get going.
Let's go.
Oh, she didn't react poorly. Last time Daddy Gio threw her in the water.
Threw her in the water? It's so crazy.
Hold on. Paruji? Oh no, Daddy Gio, she doesn't like it. It scared her. And like scored perfect scores on every standardized test. It was like crazy. He went to Yale.
It's very boring, by the way, but sure. Nobody wants to hear what's going on.
These are memories flooding back to me.
Very
My
emotional.
gosh.
It sounds very emotional to us.
So we're at the All Veterans Memorial Plaza. And what are these flags of? Yeah, so these are the Revolutionary War, the Mexican War. Oh, these are all the wars that America has fought in. There's the Mexican-American War, War of 1812, Civil War, Philippine-American War. I don't know about that one. Spanish-American War, World War I. Oh, my dad's favorite. I think my dad's favorite World War II actually. Korea. Oh my gosh. Where's China? Oh no. Oh no, I did not realize. Well, my grandfather fought in this part. Well, it was not officially declared a war because nobody declared it.
Why is China also on the wrong side?
What's the wrong side?
Like, you're American, right? Any side against the Americans is the wrong side.
American Chinese. I was born in China. Where's India? Did not take sides?
Oh, India didn't take sides, yeah.
Does India take sides on anything like worldwide?
It never used to, but lately it has started to do so.
Ah, gotcha. Why did it not take sides in the past?
I don't know why. They initiate this non-aligned movement.
Oh, is it like Switzerland?
Could be.
Oh.
And they really take pride in like the thought process is that if you're aligning with a major power, you can have your own country's interests compromised, which can happen with many smaller countries.
Gotcha.
I think right now at this point, India is so big that really
You
it's hard
have to take a side.
You have to take a side, because if you don't take a side on a dharam yudh, then really you are on the side of adharm.
Since he found it boring, we shall find another topic.
No, I think keep going. We all need to know, how your grandfather was lugging bodies in the Korean War.
Yes. Yeah. My grandfather was actually in the military. He was a medic. And he would lug injured soldiers and take them to safety. And as a result, the government rewarded him by making him in charge of a hospital system.
That was a joke. We really did not want to know about that.
So, signing off. Bye.